My name is Lindsay Brown and I'm based in Newport-on-Tay in North Fife, and I'm an artist. I started off as a sculptor, trained as a sculptor, then started moving to installation using lens-based media, and now I class myself as an artist filmmaker who specialises in water-based and underwater film. I feel that grants given through local authority and Creative Scotland are quite well known through the artist community for supporting local projects. So I always knew that the grant award was there. It was just a case of when I would apply to it, and an opportunity came up to apply. So I got offered to a commission to make a piece of work through. I find applying for things always a challenge, and I look at them as an opportunity to really hone in what your project's about and why you're doing it and what the audience is for. So I think inevitably that process is always a productive thing, whether it's successful or not. It's not an easy thing to do. That's the bottom line. But the forms and everything were easy to understand. It's just when you're trying to really get to the nuts and bolts of your idea, it's a challenge. I got notified that I got the grant, I think it was late 2010. I started planning it before April 2011, and the Dundee Artists in Residence Performance Art Festival was July 2011, so that's when the project was eventually fulfilled. I was offered a commission for Dundee Artists in Residence Performance Art Festival, which gave me an opportunity to fulfil a piece of work called Drift, which, living in North Fife, we're right next to the River Tay, and as the River Tay is the point between Dundee and Fife. So for me, Drift was, from the river's viewpoint, it was a performance art piece while I was in the water with a camera, drifting upstream at high water at the turn of the tide, upstream and downstream again at the next high water. So I drifted the Tay twice in one day, marking the tides, and from the river's viewpoint. And the two films were presented in Olympia swimming pool, back projected through into the swimming pool area so that the swimmers could enjoy the river from the warmth of the pool. I think getting the grant gave me a platform for which to springboard lots of other ideas, including moving in a slightly more commercial direction, using my art skills to perhaps aim to try and get some sort of corporate contracts for filmmaking, and actually it did work. By September 2011 I had a contract with SEPA, who'd seen Drift, the river. They really liked that viewpoint of the river. So Marine Ecology's department asked me to make a film about their data collection round about their river, which was the River Clyde. Although I believe that all the grants and help that I've received over the number of years that I've been a practising artist are still relevant, the grant from Fife Visual Arts was particularly relevant because it was my first official step into me saying I'm a water-based artist. And without that platform, I'm not saying none of the other projects would have happened, but they might not have come so easily and so logically. So, for example, in the 2 years that I've fulfilled that piece of work. I've fulfilling now my second contract with SEPA for water-based film. I'm currently putting together another project that's again to do with slightly sciencey, with the Jackie Wood Cancer Centre and the Scottish School of Contemporary Dance to produce, direct an underwater dance film that revolves around a story about coping with illness. So if it hadn't been for the platform for water-based film to start off with, some of these other opportunities might have been slower to come along.